Kaine's bid for Senate harassment data rejected. The secretive office that processes workplace misconduct complaints on Capitol Hill has declined Tim Kaine's request for data on sexual harassment claims filed in the upper chamber, data that Kaine had said he would make public. The Virginia Democrat sought details December 6 on the taxpayer-funded settlements that the Hill's Office of Compliance approved for Senate employers, adding that he would release the broad outlines of the data in the interest of transparency as Congress considers an overhaul of its own harassment system. The Compliance Office's Monday decision to decline his request is particularly notable given that the office provided the House Administration Committee details on taxpayer-funded settlements processed in that chamber 1 day after they were requested. In a letter responding to Kaine's request, the Compliance Office's executive director said confidentiality provisions of the 1995 law that created the Hill's workplace misconduct system prevented a detailed response. The current structure of the law means that the OIC does not possess reliable information regarding the number of sexual harassment claims that have been filed or settled, the identities or positions of the individuals alleged to have committed sexual harassment, or why the parties reached settlements. Susan Tsui Grundman wrote to Kaine. Grundman stated that the Senate Rules Committee received a statistical breakdown of settlement amounts stemming from Senate offices dating back to 1997. A spokeswoman for the Rules panel, which did not follow its House counterpart in publicly releasing harassment settlement data, did not immediately return a request for comment. Kaine's original request asked for broad totals of Senate sexual harassment claims filed and resolved, along with settlement amounts, which should not breach any confidentiality agreement between the parties or the identities of the survivors and the accused. Grundman's letter declining his request also referred Kaine to the Secretary of the Senate, noting that we would not necessarily know about any harassment settlements paid using accounts other than the Compliance Office's separate settlement fund. Recently resigned Rep. John Conyers, D. Michigan, for example, used his personal office budgets to settle a sexual misconduct claim in 2015, a strategy that the House Ethics Committee has no formal policy prohibiting. If Congress truly wants to fix a broken system, we need to understand the scope of the problem, Kaine said in a statement. I'm disappointed the OIC didn't release any information to help us do that. I'm going to keep pushing for public release of this data and working on reforms that help prevent harassment and assault.